la gente de Guinea Equatorial. Mi nombre es Gustavo Envela. Hoy es el día de 19 de marzo 2018. La República de Guinea Equatorial es preparando por cambio. Teodoro Obiang, Constancia, Gabriel, Teodorino, Pastor Obiang, Armengol, todos los criminales tienen mucho miedo. Es importante, durante el tiempo de cambio, los guineanos en Guinea, en España, en todo el mundo, concentrado para cambiar por cosas nuevas, no por cosas del pasado. Cuando Guinea cambió, y yo no soy la persona que tiene todos los contestas, pero yo soy solo un voz de un equipo grande. So es importante cuando tú tienes finqueros hablando que yo estoy, yo quiero, pregunta, ¿qué es la ambición por la persona que hablando con tú? ¿Es un otro Teodorino? Una persona que quiere más mansiones, barcos, coches, tonterías. ¿Por qué no preocupada con cosas de trabajadores, carreteras, hospitales, comida, educación? Es importante cuando las palabras de la persona no es igual, tú necesitas un poco miedo. ¿Qué es la realidad? La persona que dice que yo quiero una posición de poder. Poder es una cosa muy seria. Necesita humildad. Necesita la confianza de otras personas que tienen una experiencia. Pero, por ejemplo, personas que tienen el mismo años como Teodoro Obiang, por ejemplo, Severo Moto de España, es una gran persona, pero la mentalidad es el mismo de Obiang. Pregunta, las personas de Guinea, ¿tú quieres ser una persona que tiene la misma años, misma experiencia, misma mentalidad de Teodoro Obiang? ¿Quieres un otro cosa malo por el próximo 15 años? No nos dice que Severo Moto es una mala persona, pero trabajar por el gobierno y muchas cosas. So, por favor, la futuro de Guinea es una generación de mío y otros. Gracias. Y ahora yo hablo en inglés. To the people of the Republic of Equatorial Guinea, my name is Gustavo Envela. Today is March 19th, 2018. I'm here to tell you that change is coming to the Republic of Equatorial Guinea. Have no question about that. Now the question remains whether or not Teodoro Obiang, his wife Constancia, Teodorino, Gabriel, Pastor Armengol, all those guys who are criminals and war crimes perpetrators, whether or not they choose to go into exile, whether they choose to go to prison, or whether they choose to die. Now, these are the options that we have laid before in writing. And mind you, you're going to have a bunch of characters from all over the world claiming to be the next president of this, the next prime minister of that. When it comes to leadership, which is a very lonely yet serious venture, ask yourself this question. I've been involved with this pretty much my whole life. I'm 50 years old. But I began in 1991, 4 years before oil was discovered in the Republic of Equatorial Guinea by a small Houston-based outfit called Walter International, which was later subsumed by ExxonMobil. Ask yourself this line of demarcation. Where were all these so-called opposition people before 1995? No one cared about Equatorial Guinea until oil was discovered. Not the lobbyists, not the US government, not people in Spain, but Equatorial Guinea is a rising beacon. We have a lot of potential, but the potential is going to continue without the presence of Teodoro Obiang and his family. This isn't a game. They have sold Equatorial Guinea out to the Chinese. Mr. George Soros, who is a manipulator of economies, who is someone who doesn't care about black on black, African on African crime. That's what he's doing. He's hiring people like Tito Lacante, Salomon Abesso, to go into areas of Africa, stir up controversy, then work with the Chinese not the U.S., work with the Chinese in order to take control of that market. So Mr. George Soros, and I would encourage you that you Google Open Society, which is a fraudulent entity. It's an entity that he uses to cover, to go into other countries, to overthrow their governments so that he can then manipulate economies, in this case, control the petrol market. I'm saying to you with all humility and sincerity, Mr. George Soros, take your business away from Africa. You've done that stuff in England. You've done that stuff in other parts of the world. I'm a grandson of a German Jewish grandfather, Samuel Walker. So I'm not an anti-Semite. I just don't like people who come in and try to stir up controversy where there's already plenty of controversy. So I'm going to say this one more time, Mr. Soros. This isn't a threat. This isn't anything other than to say, leave Equatorial Guinea alone. Go back and do whatever you're doing with your son Robert. Leave the Republic of Equatorial Guinea alone. That being said, as we get ready to march onward, we look forward to a transitional government, a government in which all Equatorial Guineans, young and old, from around the world can come back. We need your intellectual capacity. We need your help. Equatorial Guinea can be built together. We will work closely with the multinational corporations. We will work even with the Chinese. But the Chinese, and this is to President Xi, you must remember, sir, that the continent of Africa is not indebted to the Chinese. As former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, we have plenty of people who know how to take care of things, but the days of unequal partnership, of taking advantage of parties in negotiations are over. We shall respect the sanctity of contracts, and should the good people of the Republic of Equatorial Guinea, through free, fair, transparent elections, elect me or someone else, the next leader of Equatorial Guinea will have the full support of individuals who often don't want to come out of the shadows. So in conclusion, we ask the United States of America, we ask the European Union, we ask NATO, we ask all entities, including the African Union, which needs to be transformed because it is a corrupt entity, which is a dictator's club. None of us are perfect, but we can do better than what Africa has done. The continent of Africa and its leadership has failed generations. People in Africa have not been concerned about governance. It's more how much can they steal in their time in office. Those days are over. Ali Ben Bongo from Gabon must go. Joseph Kabila from the Congo must go. Paul Biya from Cameroon must go. The Ethiopian people must relinquish and leave Ethiopia to formulate a new government. This is a notice to all African dictators. Your days are done. President Trump has an affinity towards European dictators, but he does not like African dictators. So I say this one more time. Ask Jacob Zuma. Oh, he's no longer in power. Ask our friend Robert Mugabe, who's no longer in power in Zimbabwe. Ask Mr. Charles Taylor, who's languishing in prison in The Hague. Ask Mr. Gbagbo from the Ivory Coast, who's languishing in prison in The Hague. The days of African dictators are gone, and anyone who collaborates with them, be them lobbyists, be them quiet, silent partners, you'll be exposed to the day of light and your careers will be destroyed. I promise you, I'm just one person, but there's an army of people. So should Gus Envela happen to disappear, I assure you, the network of people who we have assembled over the last 27 years is far deeper, more pervasive than WikiLeaks and Anonymous combined. Gustavo Envela, the Republic of Equatorial Guinea, citizen, permanent resident of the United States of America. In conclusion, God bless Africa!